Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello my students and welcome to English for Iraq. In this lesson, my students, we will start with Unit 7. Unit 7 is about the world around us. This is a very important idea. We will learn how to keep our world, nature, environment clean and safe. And now, our students, before we start with the ideas in Unit 7, we still have some exercises in the activity book on page 93. Now, we have this exercise E. Complete each sentence with the correct form of the verb in brackets. Here in this exercise, we either use present simple or going to with the infinitive. So, please let me first show you something and to repeat, explaining about present simple and going to, just to remind you about how to use them. Now, we have here what? Present simple and future using going to plus infinitive. In some sentences in the exercise E, we join two parts using present simple with going to. So how can I combine between them? I use some link words or coordinators like when or because. So this way I can combine two parts to have what we call a compound sentence. Now, my students, back to the present simple. When I say present simple, I mean verb 1. Also, I should keep in mind something very important. Whenever we have the pronouns he, she, it, or the names which are similar to he, she, it, like Ahmad, Ali, Noor, Salma, the cat, the dog, we should add to the verb at the end of the verb s or es. This depends on the end of the verb. I have already explained this. So now let's go back to do our exercise. So here on page 93, let's start doing the exercise as we explained. Number 1. From now on, I work hard because I want to pass the exam. So, what should we write? I work or I am going to work. Here, from now on, I'm talking about what? About future. So, I should write, I am going to work hard because I want to pass the exam. So, I am planning for something in the future. Now, number 2. When Munir finish school, he we have a blank, a job in a restaurant. Here we have two parts. This is what I talked about. How can I join these two parts? Now, I used when. Look, when Munir finished, this is one sentence. He, this is another sentence. So, in one sentence, I should use present simple. In the second one, I should use going to plus infinitive. So, finish should be finishes. Why? Because Munir is he, and here finishes, the verb ended with ish. Yes, finishes school. He will do what? He is planning. He is going to get a job in a restaurant. So he has got a plan for the future. Is it clear now? Let's move to the third sentence. When, you see, In these sentences, we are using when to combine the two parts. When I get home tonight, I get. What am I going to do? What am I planning to do? I am going to phone my friends. You see? Now, number 4. When the children see their father tonight, he is going to be happy because they passed the exam. And now, my dear students, move to page 94 to exercise G. What do we have here? Which jobs connect these words? So we have some words. These words will be the key to find the name of the job. Write the names of the jobs. Now, number 1, we have newspaper, story, article. These words remind us with what? With the reporter. So, the reporter works for a newspaper. He or she writes stories or articles about the events. Now, number 2, fire, danger, water. These words are the key for the name of the job of a firefighter. Firefighter. So, the firefighter always faces danger, putting out the fires using water. Now, number 3, building, plan, draw. This is what? An architect. So, an architect plans and draws how the building should look like in the future. Now, number 4, letter, telephone, computer. Here, we can say an office manager, or we can also say a secretary. We have 2 answers. Lesson, board, class. This is me, the teacher. Number 6, plane, airport, fly. This is easy. He is the pilot. Now, number 7, car repair and workshop. This is when our cars break down. We need this person. He is the mechanic. Number 8, teeth, take care, chair. Now, from the word teeth, we go to this person when we've got toothache. So he is the dentist. On the same page, 94, find the odd one out. Of course, exercise H. Odd, my students, means strange. In each number, I have what? 3 words. One of them is strange, is not suitable to be with the other 2 words. Now, number 1, we have burn, put out, and teach. Which one is the strange? Teach. Why? Because when I say burn and put out, I am talking about fire. Number 2, we have pilot, mechanic, and bus driver. I have 3 names for 3 jobs. Now, how can I odd the strange word out? How can I delete the strange word? Now, a pilot flies a plane. A mechanic repairs cars or buses. The bus driver drives a bus. So, we can say a pilot and a bus driver get on a bus or plane, but the mechanic repair the cars or the buses. So the strange one here is the mechanic. Number 3, we have 3 adjectives: green, patient, and kind. Now, green is to describe colors, to talk about colors, but patient and kind, we are talking about adjectives of people. Yes, we use them to describe people. Number 4, my students, university, college, and office. The strange one is office. Although these three words are places, but university and college are places to study. But the office, it's not a place to study, it's a place to work. That's why office is the odd one here. Number 5, equipment, uniform, trousers. Now, how can I take out the strange word? It's what? Equipment. Why? Because uniform and trousers are clothes. Now, number 6, science, driving, history. Science and history are school subjects, as you know, but driving isn't a school subject, so that's why science and history are school subjects. We odd driving out. And now, my students, we move together to Unit 7. Unit 7, as I told you about the world around us, today we will start with lesson number 1 about world problems. Now, the first thing we start our lesson explaining the meanings of the new vocabularies. We have headline, pollute, pollution, scientist, the United Kingdom, litter, supply, and waste. Let's now move to explain each one with photos. Now, my students, the first word here in this lesson is headline. Headline is very important because we are going to use this word in this unit many times. Now, what is a headline? Look, here we have a magazine. In the magazine, we have headlines. Look, boys to get cancer vaccine. This is the headline. So, a headline is a title in a newspaper or a magazine. Now, Great War ends. Now, my students, if we want to look deeply at these headlines, we can notice the following: that in most cases we don't have articles, we don't have prepositions add, in, on, to, of. Also, we can delete the helping verbs like is, are. And look, all the letters are capital letters. So, please pay attention to how we can write the headline. And here we have what? We have pollute and pollution. Now, pollute is the verb and pollution is the noun. Look, we talk about the sea pollution, the air pollution. So, when the environment is polluted, is dirty, it's not clean. And now we have litter and waste. Litter means rubbish, the same meaning. And when we talk about waste, we are talking about plastic, paper, something to some extent cleaner than rubbish or litter. And now, my students, any source to get water, we can call it water supply. So, like this tap here, and here in this field, we need a very big tip. Here we have some scientists. And now, my students, here I'd like to tell you about the United Kingdom. What is the United Kingdom? Many people think that England is the same, the United Kingdom. No, we have to be careful about this. Look, my students, at this map. We have Scotland, England, and here we have the Wales, and here we have Ireland. We have 4 countries. These 4 countries together are the United Kingdom. And of course, we know London. This is London. It's the capital city of England. And this is the flag of the United Kingdom. Now, my students, let's move to the student book to start lesson 1 on page 68. Now, lesson 1 is about world problems. What do we have here? We have some headlines from different newspapers about different countries. Let's start with number 1, Germany. World getting warmer, scientists say. Number 2, in Kenya, 16 elephants found dead. In Japan, air pollution, a danger to young and old, doctor warns. Number 4, in the UK, the United Kingdom, litter drowns town. Number 5, the USA, oil kills thousands of seabirds and pollutes beaches. Number 6, France, what do we have? Waste from factory pollutes town's water supply. Now, we need to match these headlines with the photos below. Now, before we start matching, I remind you that in these headlines, we don't have to use small words like is, are, the articles, the prepositions, etc. Now, let's start with the first photo. Of course, it's not clear here, so please go to your book and check it. This is, litter, rubbish. So, which one is suitable? Number 4, because litter drowns town. Photo B, as we see, elephant, so it's clear. Number 2, this is in Kenya, 16 elephants found dead. C, it's for 6, about water supply. Waste from factory pollutes town's water supply. Photo D is talking about what? Number 1, about world getting warmer. Scientists say, whenever we talk about the earth getting warmer, so we are talking about the poles and the icebergs when they melt because of the warmth. Photo E, you see, it's pollution coming from the factories. So this is in Japan, air pollution, a danger to young and old, doctor warns. By the way, as I told you, not all the time we can delete the small words as we see here. Now we have A. Okay, so not all the time, but in most cases, 90% we delete articles, prepositions. Now, the last one is 5. In the USA, oil kills thousands of seabirds and pollutes beaches. My students, we move now to the activity book to page 95. We have this exercise. Write these sentences as headlines. So we have sentences. We should make them suitable to be as headlines in a newspaper or in a magazine. Now, number 1, the moving desert is swallowing up Iraq. What should we delete? Now, we delete the, then is, and up. There is no need to use all these small words. So, the headline should be like this: moving desert swallowing Iraq. Now, look, all the letters in the headline are capital letters. Number 2, a green team are cleaning up Iraq's streets. What should we delete and what should we do to make it suitable as a headline? The first thing, delete A and delete R. Also delete up. So the headline will be like this: green team cleaning Iraq's streets. Number 3, the number of wild leopards is in sharp decline. Here there is no need to the first 3 words, the number of. We start immediately saying wild leopards. Yes, we delete is. So the headline will be wild leopards in sharp decline. Here we can't delete in because it's necessary. Now, number 4. Water pollution is a huge danger to the local population and wildlife. My students, look, a very long sentence. How can we make it suitable as a headline? So we delete is a. Also, we delete all this long phrase to the local population and wildlife to be like this: water pollution, huge danger. My dear students, this is everything for our lesson today. Thank you very much for being patient with me. See you next time.